Всем привет, с вами Лил Водка, самый русский человек на западном ютубе. Как ваши дела, ребятки? Привет всем тупым пиндосам и гей-европейцам, которые смотрят это видео. You guys all know what a Slavaboo is. It's a person of not Slavic descent that tries to be Slavic and, you know, says suka blять and Slav squats all the time and is just a cancer to society pretty much. I've explained why I hate Slavaboos in my video called Slavaboos. You should check it out, it's very good. But today, guys, what I want to do is react to a video by a guy called Anatoly Rus TV, and it's basically one of those Life of Boris like copycat channels that, you know, do the
whole epic Russian suka blять Gopnik personality blять,
which is absolutely terrible. And this guy decided to respond to my Slavaboos video defending himself and, you know, the Slavaboo community on YouTube. Now, I don't want you guys to go onto his channel and dislike this video because he's a much smaller channel than me, so please do not do that. I just want to have a very good peaceful discussion, blять, and actually check out his channel to see if he's actually from Russia and he lives in Los Angeles. So, you know, you're kind of taking L on that one, bruh, already. I live in a far bigger shithole than you do, so you lose at life, bruh. You're not a true Slav unless, you know, when you look out the window, it looks something like this. So yeah, let's check out the video and see what this Russian Gopnik has to say to me.
Здорово! You're welcome, блять! You think it doesn't get me drunk? Where is it what you promised to me? Опа, ништяк, давай сюда, Жигулевская нахуй. Опа, поехали, блядь, заводи шарманку, нахуй.
To me, as a native Russian speaker, it's very obvious that this guy is Russian as well. He's not like Life of Boris, who just pretends to be the entirety of his fucking life. If you don't know what a Slavaboo is, it's a person of non-Slavic ethnicity becoming over-obsessed with Slav culture.
Stop the video, блядь, пидорас. First of all, not an issue, but Slavinization of the world. Cheeky-breaky process of Slavic culture expansion, блядь. Replacement Western values with gob stop, пидорас, чики-брики and hardbass.
I want to die. You see, guys, I just feel like if you're actually Russian and you speak like this, having блять and nahuy and chiki-briki after every single word, you have to have very, very low respect for yourself and your nationality. And this is the biggest point that I want to make in this video. He's gonna make a point later how, basically, the whole movement of Slav chiki-briki shit that's, you know, made by guys like this is promoting the Russian values and the Russian culture to the West, right?
Stop hating on the people that maybe not Slav, but accept Slav ways and traditions, that help spread the Slavic ways around the world.
Well, my response is that it's not promoting Russian culture. He promotes the most toxic, the most terrible, the most pathetic, and the most embarrassing parts of the Russian culture, because the whole suka, blять, Gopnik, Slav squad, chiki-briki, that's not what Russian culture is, okay? That's the worst part of Russian culture. Gopniks, these are the people that attack people in the streets and rob them in Russia, okay? It's not cool to be a Gopnik. Gopniks are a fucking menace to society. They're thugs. Okay? I have this really great comparison. An American going suka blять chiki-briki. It's a lot like if a Russian all the time said something like, yeehaw, I'm an American, I fuck my sister, and I hate black people. I'ma take y'all to church, and I'ma lynch all the black people in my neighborhoods after I fuck my cousin. Haha, yeehaw, am I right? That's basically what it is. Like, you imagine redneck racists as the worst parts of American culture, you know, and Gopniks and Slav squatting retards are the exact same as racist rednecks in the West. And the problem is that by spreading these stereotypes, you make people in the West actually think that all Slavs, all they do are just, you know, scream suka blять, Slav squads, and rob people in the streets and wear Adidas.
Dr. Maxim and I have been studying Westerners for years, блять. We know what they are, we know what they need, блять. It was Dr. Maxim's idea to show Westerners glorious Russian videos in order to create a permanent effect on their Western brains, блядь.
I mean, you're kind of yourself a Westerner though. Like, you live in Los Angeles, and I'm pretty sure you're a child of an immigrant, so I assume you've lived in America for the majority of your life. And Life of Boris, he has not ever been in Russia, and he probably is from Eastern Europe, but that's still Europe. It's not Russia. And you might say, oh, Boris is just making videos on Slav culture in general, not Russia. Yeah, I don't think so. Because, блять, сука, пельмени, борщ, семки, or whatever, all the fucking vocabulary that Life of Boris and channels like these use it's inherently Russian. It's nothing but Russian. And all you do is just spread misinformation and spread the worst stereotypes about Russian culture, which is actually damaging in the long run.
Why do you think all Russians all of a sudden installed all these dashboard cameras in their Ladas for safety, блядь? Нихуя! Now we gave you an alternative, something completely new, something totally out of your reality. Accepted it like your own. Now you watch Slav memes every day and cannot even live without them.
I know this video is a joke and he's playing character, but like, why is he speaking to me as if I'm a Westerner that doesn't understand and that's mad because there's a lot of people who pretend to be Slavs online? I'm literally the most fucking Russian cunts on Western YouTube you could find, okay? I've been living in this fucking third world country my entire life, okay? So maybe being from Russia I actually have a better idea of what Russian culture really is. Now I know what you guys are going to say. No, fuckers, you've also made videos on Russian stereotypes, teaching Russian swear words or whatever. Yes, I've done that with not with the intent of spreading it like, hey guys, this is cool, you guys. You know, Putin is the best president of all time. Gopniks are cool, you guys. It's really fucking cool to say suka blять, wear Adidas all the time and assault people on the street. Yeah, guys. Suka blять, chiki-briki. That was never the case. The only reason why I'm promoting this is to show the Westerners the ridiculous side of the Russian culture, and as well I'm trying to sometimes show them a decent part of it. And what I want to do is just to undo the damage that you guys have done, because Russians are already perceived in the West as nothing but suka blять chiki-briki gopniks. And I want to show the Westerners with my channel that there's a different side to the Russian culture. Poets, writers that are known worldwide, painters, classical composers. Russia's cultural influence on a worldwide cultural scale is amazingly huge. And you portray Russia as nothing but a bunch of retards drinking vodka and screaming chiki-briki. That is what annoys me really badly.
The first thing I want to start off when talking about Slavabos is the fake Russian accent. I just love to talk in funny Russian accent because this is how all Russian people speak.
Faking Russian accent. So what's so bad about this? They wanna sound more like Russians, блядь. Everybody wants to be like Russian. I'm glad I don't have to learn how to speak British, блядь, or American accent, блядь. I would rather let Westerners speak like Russian and everybody will be speaking same way. Чики-брики, блядь, и в дамки, нахуй. Next.
Yeah, that's an epic point, dude. And as well, I understand this video is a joke, but all he does is just, yeah, everybody wants to be like Russian, блядь. Чики-брики, нахуй, сука. Yeah, it's very funny, isn't it? That joke has not been played out for like a million times now. I do not want people to speak with a Russian accent because I personally think the Russian accent is fucking horrible. I personally try to eradicate the Russian accent from my speech as much as possible because I study in a Russian university and whenever there's an English class, my ears are bleeding because people pronounce earth as earths. Okay? This is fucking terrible. I don't want anybody to speak like this. And as well, once again, faking a Russian accent is just proving that you're a bitch ass that tries to be Russian. Guys, it's very funny to speak in this accent that sounds absolutely fucking terrible and makes my ears bleed after listening to it for like 1.5 minutes. But Western retards eat it up because haha, you know, stupid funny Russian, you guys. You know, you see this funny stupid Gopnik who just cannot speak English properly. Ha ha ha, so funny. It's not funny, it's just fucking degrading and once again ruins the perception of Russians in the West.
Stop hating on the people that maybe not Slav, but accept Slav ways and traditions, блядь. They help spread the Slavic ways around the world. They're trying to change and start doing the right thing with their lives, like start drinking kvass and vodka. You didn't hate yourself and people you knew when you forgot about Slav ways and accepted McDonald's in your cities, in your neighborhoods. You were destroying your Slav DNAs by consuming this Western shit, but now we got a chance to push all this Western shit back where it came from and also bring our own tradition to those debiles countries, huh?
Yeah, once again, he says that channels like Life of Boris essentially, they spread the Russian Slavic traditions around the world and push Western traditions out of the way, and Westerners start accepting Russian culture. Yeah, getting drunk of vodka and, you know, beating people up in the streets and robbing them and being a Gopnik, that's not really Russian traditions and Russian culture. It's not what Russia stands for, and I wish what would be eradicated from Russia altogether, because this is literally the worst part of the Russian society. And you make it seem like Russia is nothing but that. So that's pretty much all he says in this video, and also I wanted to just take a look at the comments on this video, which are terrible. So this guy says, the only bad kind of Slavoboo is one who does not actually respect Slav culture and only does it for memes. You mean everybody? Because none of these Gopnik channels actually respect the Slavic culture and talk about real Russian or Slavic culture. They talk about fucking Gopniks. Emulated Slav culture is at least better than white trash culture. What the fuck does this even mean? Like, do you understand that Slavs are literally white? Slavs are white, okay? So Slavic culture is white culture. I guess he's trying to say that Western culture is worse than Slavic culture. Even though I do like the Western culture a lot, I would not compare them, but if you count Slavic culture as Gopnik, suka, blять, chiki-briki, and vodka, then it's much worse than Western culture. But at the end of the day, that's not Slavic culture though, that's just the fucking worst parts of it that you are portraying. Honestly, given how horribly we are portrayed in movies and mass Western media, I appreciate the positive intention. I just pray for the day that will come when Russians and Slavs worldwide will realize that channels like these do nothing but promote the worst stereotypes about them, which does real damage. It's not bringing positive attention, is it? It's nothing but negative. So yeah guys, I'm pretty much fucking done ranting for today. I just wanted to talk about this because Slavoboo channels really piss me off, and the way they try to defend themselves and portray as if the terrible part of Russian culture is the Russian culture, it just pisses me off. It's terrible. I wish we were going to have more Russians on YouTube that are going to be actually promoting something decent from Russian culture and not going with the whole chiki-briki route just because it's popular. Because I honestly feel like if you're Russian or Slavic and you do videos like this, you're kind of a fucking traitor. You're just a clown who exploits his own culture for the attention of the Westerners, and it's just terrible to see. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you guys did, please make sure to slap the motherfucking like button in it. And as well, make sure to leave your comments down below what you thought of this. And as well, make sure to check out my Patreon down in the description. It helps me out a lot if you would support it. And yeah guys, thank you so much for watching this video today, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.